lông choàng làm mì dài năm liều bảy gió mới hào mà rời sinh ông rời chả có phụ nào.
I absolutely love this place and also deep water soloing. This is my passion sport.
Tim really loves being out in nature and exploring. That's really inspiring to me, like someone who's that excited about climbing.
There's about 3,000 limestone towers surrounding us right now. There really isn't anywhere else like it in the world. From a deep water soloist perspective, it's the ultimate place for doing that type of activity. You're climbing above water and you're not using any ropes, sometimes 60, 70 feet above the water. It's almost like a science of trying to understand what the limits are, because it is pretty dangerous. I started deep water soloing in the UK back in the late 90s with a small group of people. Not many people did it then, really. It was quite unique. We heard about this guy called Miguel in Mallorca. He said he had this amazing cliff. We developed the whole cave, and that's now probably the best deep water soloing in the world. We've introduced people like Chris Sharma into the sport. We've been trying to find a place that's better than Mallorca. Vietnam has the highest amount of rock that's above water in the world. I came here in 2003, and we've come back with Kyra Condie to go deep water soloing.
As far as experience goes, I really don't have a whole lot. Even swimming in the ocean, I don't have too much.
I'm not a very good swimmer.
I'm afraid of water a little bit.
I'll be there to save her if she needs it. This is going to be a spirit quest, I reckon. She's less than half my age, and she's really switched on, really psyched, and she's never been deep water soloing outside before.
My only other experience is like Psicobloc, and it's 55 feet with like 2,000 people watching.
The only other times I've deep water soloed have been with lifeguards. This isn't a pool.
We want really steep.
Deep water and
just
hard,
steep.
very hard one.
Yeah. We're going to La Mekong. There's 5 routes here that are in the top 5 deep water solos in Vietnam. This is sweet.
Sick, let's do it.
All right.
Oh, there's a lap, like literally right here.
He's had so much experience climbing here before. Like, he's had multiple trips here. He helped develop the area. He's had a ton of experience deep water soloing. Really cool to see someone so fearless.
When you start deep water soloing, it doesn't matter who you are, it's really scary. You're climbing high up and you've got no rope, no harness, like no bouldering mat. You were just up there alone. The more falls you take, the more you realise that it's actually okay. It's like a rite of passage, really, to get to that point.
The first couple times, it was mostly trying to get comfortable above water, you know, taking some falls, knowing what to expect when I'm like grabbing the holds, like what type of holds they are, because this is a type of rock that I'm not super familiar with.
Can I just jump?
Sure. It's up to you, mate. Yeah, all right, cool.
When he goes first, it's like I watch him go and he falls in and I'm like, okay, like it's safe, I can do it. The crux of deep water soloing is that fear management. I'm up high and I'm scared and I'm super adrenalized, and then you have to go through the extreme fear moment of like letting go and falling into the water.
Nice, Kyra. You've got this, mate.
I'm so scared.
Hey, you're about 20 feet lower than I was.
I took my first like fall instead of a drop. It was cool to like commit to that too up there. fall and then try the same section again. You have to try it ground up every time.
Ground up on site, mate. I mean, look at the smile on my face. I mean, it's really, really fun. It's like a dream come true, to be honest. The brilliant thing about being here is that you are living on the water. You're on this amazing boat. She ends up a master boat driver.
He is a master boat driver.
His arms are like oars. When you want to go climbing, you go onto a little boat, and the locals call the little rowboat a speedboat. It took us a little while to figure that one out, but it's actually a rowing boat. To reach the first hold is quite often the hardest part. It was literally like going slacklining to try and get the first hold. And as soon as you're on the rock, you're on home turf. You get the boat out of the way, and you're in climbing mode. Doesn't matter how many times you come, there's always places that you haven't seen.
We're ready. We're packing the dry bag.
For me, Pyramid Cave was like the dream. These lines of tufas going up the left-hand side. The climbing's so awesome.
You're climbing on these stalactites coming from the ceiling, and you're stemming between them, and you can wrap your legs completely around them.
It's a really strange rock, which is really three-dimensional, which she's never climbed on before. Lots of water, you're not that high, and you got good holds. And of course, you're getting higher up and you can fall in really funky ways, and it's just very unusual. You did so well. Give me a bump, that was mega.
Being able to get over that fear and do it was really cool for me.
You're definitely like a traditional deep water soloist now, mate.
That was so scary.
Kyra's vegetarian. She's not going to eat any of those.
Crabs, shrimp, manta shrimp. I'm slightly horrified.
And I'm thinking, well, you know, we can have that for dinner. But the manta shrimp was like, I don't think so. So he grabbed my thumb. It was like a razor.
That's gnarly. Look how overhanging it is. It just ends, I think, like there's
at
two
the end
cracks
of the crack.
at the end of the crack. It's beautiful.
We found this really rad climb, Streak of Lightning, and it is super cool. It's perfectly aesthetic, it's totally standalone. It's like one of the harder routes in Vietnam, and I think it only has one ascent. It's really comforting to have that support from the ground, and Tim's like one of the best people to have that from because he's always just so supportive.
Nice, Kyra.
That definitely made it a lot scarier. It's hard to get myself to like really try hard right there, but I think maybe next go.
I was able to try really hard and fell because I was trying and not because I was just let go. And now I have a project.
What a place to wake up.
It's like raining and it's windy.
Open ocean that we've got to get across. It's going to be really wild. So we're going around the back side, trying to access Hans Island. We might not make it. We got life jackets, mate. We'll be all right. I'll look after you. Some people think we're on holiday.
It's not that bad. There's a little bit of spray, it's a little loud. start the route night rider. Been doing some deep water soloing, so it's a good break from that.
The last time I was here was in 2003, and we saw this face from the boat. As we got closer to the rock, we realised that it was this incredible flowstone. I think it's one of the best sport routes in the world.
Knowing that he was the one who put the bolts in it for the first time is like pretty sweet. It's like the sickest route I've ever been on.
Really?
Oh, I think so. Attach it, Tim.
Let's see what you can do.
Without him. Oh, gosh. All right, round 2. Tim is tightening down the chair to make sure it doesn't move.
Try and make it a bit more secure.
We're hoping the tide's higher and then we can reach the rock now.
Landing on the boat would just be really bad. Tide's going out, and I've got about 45 minutes until I won't be able to get on the wall. So I reckon I've got maybe one warm-up go. Vietnamese deep water solo for breakfast. Get the pinch, get the cheaper, outside left foot, bump to the intermediate, right foot out, and then go over the top.
All the way to the jug?
Well, we'll see, we'll see, maybe. Tide's going out, putting this lower with one of these pelican cages on top of the chair. So we're lashing 2 together. That's what happens when you need an extra 20 centimetres. Now or never. I just didn't have it in my right arm to go through. I ran out of beans. So close. We're running out of time.
Tim's bummed about it. He wants to do it for sure.
I'm trying to pass on all this information to her to help her get into this world of deep water soloing outside on this crazy rock. And I really enjoy passing that on to other people so that they can have really cool experiences.
It's like 6:30 in the morning. It's like last chance to send.
Have fun up there, mate.
like that Kyra got to the top. She deserved that.
I actually managed to get up high and try hard. It makes you feel so good to actually be scared and push through.
Normally, when you get to 25 feet, you're probably the second person to ever get up to that point. I reckon that's the coolest deep water solo here.
I don't see myself as only a comp climber or only a boulderer, but that's how I think a lot of people see me as. And so it's really important to me to try a bunch of new things.
It takes me back to when I started climbing, and those first experiences are the ones that you cherish the most. I'm able to relive those moments through her, but it's also really exciting watching her getting on hard routes.
Climbers get to experience the culture, eat the food, but then we also get to go and do this really rad sport. Just cool experiences like that you wouldn't get otherwise. How often do you get to go to Vietnam with the legend of the sport, deep water soloing? Man, that last hold is a glory jug. It's great.
This is... I'm blown away. That's so liberating.